My name is Jörg. I was born 1970 in southern Bavaria, Germany, and I decided to leave my old life, sell everything, quit my job, leave my house and see the world from the seat of a motorbike. You are invited to follow me on my global ride.
I'm in schedule. I said that I want to cross the border to Mexico in the beginning of September. Today is the 2nd of September. So here we go. It's a ride of 6 hours from Phoenix, Arizona to the Tecate border. Hopefully I make it there, and I'm really curious about the border crossing. But let's see. I couldn't be better prepared. I have all the documents with me, of course. The bike is fresh maintained, as you saw. I am fresh maintained. My clothes are washed, which was very necessary. Bike is full of gasoline, fresh oil in there. I feel very well prepared. So let's go to Mexico.
Okay, after I crossed two borders, the one from Germany to Canada and the one from Canada to the US, which was relatively easy, I knew I had to prepare myself for this border a little bit better. You need a lot of paperwork to be done. Number one, that's valid as well for the following countries. You need a temporary import permit. That's a paper that allows you to bring your bike into this country, and it needs to be stamped out if you leave the country. Very, very important. So I expected to get that here, as well as you will need some insurance and your regular immigration. There's a special point about the border of Tecate. That's valid as well for Tijuana, Mexicali. There's a zone, because a lot of Americans travel there frequently, where all this paperwork is not required. So Americans, and obviously also me as a German, can cross into Mexico without this TIP, without a lot of checks or controls. But as soon as you get further, in my case, in a moment when I cross from Baja California over to mainland Mexico, then these documents are required. So it's very advised to do the temporary import permit here in Tecate at the border, and that's what I'm trying to get now. But as you can see, it was already evening, late enough that this office was closed already to do the temporary import permit. So I just crossed the border, I guess without anything, without spot control or anything. They just said, come back tomorrow, you can do the paperwork tomorrow. Today nobody's in the office anymore, so just cross and come back. So that's what I did. What you see here are the first meters on Mexican soil. I'm very excited, and I'm trying to find where I'm going to stay for the next 4 days. My bunker biker host, Randy, and his amazing wife, Sol. Takes me a little bit, but I find them, and yeah, this is where I'm staying and editing some videos on the next 4 days. One of these days I'm using for a short trip to Tijuana. As you see, this trip leads me along this wall, or whatever you want to call it, fence, which is the border to the USA. Tijuana itself, everybody has heard that name. For me, again, it's a city and it doesn't have anything to offer for me, so I went to the point that you're going to see right now. You see me here at the northwesternmost point in Mexico. I'm standing in the Friendship Park, that's how it's called, and it could be a very nice place, as you see, if there wasn't that part. So this is what divides Mexico from the United States. This is where the wall ends, and this is where it goes. So for me it's a little bit sad moment to stay here, because I'm aware with my German passport I'm kind of privileged. Unlike most of the people that living on this side of that wall, I put my passport on the desk and I'm crossing that border. 99% of the people that live here on this side cannot do that. But now let's head south to the peninsula of Baja California. This part of Mexico is to find on the map underneath the US American state of California. And as I said, it's a peninsula with a stretch of 1,600 kilometers from south to north. Of that stretch, I'm covering 1,400 kilometers, starting in Tecate to Ensenada, and then crossing a little bit to the left and to the right until I reach La Paz, which is the ferry harbor. From there I will go with the ferry to the other side, the mainland Mexico, to Los Mochis. This day number 2 on Baja California, I took the good advice from Randy, you remember my host in Tecate, to take a ride off the main street in Loreto and go up the mountains to a beautiful little mission named San Javier. It's worth some photos, and that's what I did there. But just watch these pictures by yourself. Look at this.
Ha nacido el Redentor, de oriente salen de reyes para adorar al Dios niño, y una estrella le guiaba para seguir su camino.
Now, after 2.5 days on Baja California, you see me here riding in direction port. The port is where the ferry leaves from Baja California, La Paz in the south to mainland Mexico. It lands close to Los Mochis, and yeah, it takes like I think 11 hours to cross that on the map really small part of the ocean, but it's huge. Yeah, so I'm on the way to buy my ticket.
I made it. I have the ticket for the ferry. It will take around 9 hours to go from La Paz, Baja California, to the city that I cannot pronounce the name, Otolopabambo or something like that. It's close to Los Mochis. So it's going to be a long night because I didn't book a cabin or something. It will be pretty uncomfortable. Let's start with it. See you tomorrow morning in Mexico mainland.